From Hollywood, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
Oh, God.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No! I am your host. Write down our telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. An email from a listener named Sean. He lives in Long Beach. Sean writes, it says, Tom, I'm a very long-time listener. I wish I had your words of wisdom when I was in my youth. Could have used that wisdom before getting into my situation. Now here is his situation. One topic I don't hear you hit on, I guess you don't listen enough. He says, at least I don't hit on it very often, is for all your married male listeners whose wives have dropped their husbands to the bottom of their priority lists. Just a word, Sean. That's one of the primary reasons I tell you guys not to get married. I know all about, especially what American-born women do. Once they get married, chop their hair off, get fat, and then tell you, you got two hands, do it yourself. I know. Sean says they put themselves, their jobs, and the kids first, and the husband gets the leftovers, if there are any. I hear it from most of my friends all the time, and it applies to me, too. It's as if the ring and kid gives them the green light in their minds to turn away from being the fun, good-natured, hot, slutty-in-the-bedroom woman that does anything for us into a person with an uptight, bad attitude who couldn't bother about sex. Someone we can't even stand to be around, he says. He says, these women want to be married. Why? Sean's found this out the hard way. They want the kids. But when they get it all, they can't handle the crap that comes along with that lifestyle, such as increased bills, needing to put more work in each day for the kids, and the house upkeep, and all the effort kids take. When life needs more out of us, men rise up and muster more strength, more effort, and maintain. Women just take the same effort they put into life before marriage and kids and just redistribute that effort into themselves, the kids, and work, and have the attitude of, F the husband, I don't have anything left for him. They don't dig deeper to meet the new demands of this expanded lifestyle. They expect the man to bridge the gap. Yet, no matter what their husband tries, it's never enough to get them to put the effort back into us. Then the men are the a-holes when they don't put up with the lack of effort from their wives and either go outside the relationship to get it or file for divorce. Women don't get it, Tom. What they do expect is going to happen when they leave their man high and dry with no effort and no sex during most of the marriage. What do they expect? Please give us your point of view on this topic and your suggestion. Thanks, Sean in Long Beach. Sean, we've talked about this topic many, many times. And I'm sorry, you're probably too busy being nagged by your wife, critiqued or criticized, to have the time to tune in and find out that we've been discussing this. What you describe is very common among American women. It is the reason I don't date American women anymore. I haven't dated American women for some time now. It's been a long time. Bottom line. And that is because most American women are like your wife. And it's why I tell men, here again, your letter is just further evidence. It's Exhibit Z. It's further evidence of why men should not get married in the first place. I don't like being critiqued. I don't like being criticized. I don't like being told what time to take out the garbage. I don't like being told my shortcomings. I don't like being harassed, harangued. I don't like the vacuum cleaner being turned on right about kickoff time on Sunday. I don't like being told I can't have a TV in the living room. I mean, there's just nothing good for us. Marriage is for the poor and the stupid. People who can't afford an apartment on their own, they get married so they can have sex and a roommate at the same time. But anybody who's not a loser just shouldn't be getting married. They shouldn't be getting married. Now, you heard what Sean has to say here. Is he wrong? Is he wrong? Is this not very common that once a woman gets what she wants, which is to get you to sire her children and be financially responsible for them, that suddenly the man moves to the bottom of the list? Is she wrong to do that? She's wrong to do it. He's wrong to get married. You know, you want to have children, here's what you do. Have children with somebody you're not married to. Sure, you'll have to pay child support, but you'll have to pay that when you get divorced anyway. This way, no alimony, no maintenance, no spousal support, no nagging, no complaining. You come over there, you report for business to pick up the kids. When you're going to pick them up, you drop them off. And the rest of the time, you are a free man. I don't know if that's so good for kids, but it's good for you. Doesn't that make sense?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I got the new test for man's best friend.
What's that?
You take your girl and you take your dog and you put them in the trunk of your car and you leave them there for about 2 hours. And when you come back, you see which one's happy to see you.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 97.1 Free FM. SoCal's FM talk station.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That is our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. And, you know, the emails continue to come in from guys who are just fed up. They get married, and then they think, hey, you never talk about this on the air. Why don't you talk about women who don't put out? Why don't you talk about women who, they put the kids first, they put us last? We talk about this all the time, for God's sake. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Mike on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Doing okay?
I've got a great example for you and all your listeners. I was 26 at the time I got married. She was 24. We dated for a while. She put out all the time. And the day we got married, we had sex maybe twice on our honeymoon. And it totally went downhill from there.
Why did you stay? Why did you tolerate it even that long?
We only got married because of family pressures and religious beliefs.
Good boy.
And, yeah, and I started listening to you back in March, which I think we're up for that. And from that point on, I grabbed my cojones and I stood my ground. And now it's all of a couple months later, and she's moved out. We're in the process of divorce.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing just how much if you just stand up and be a man, that they quit walking all over you. And these guys are just such pussies. Like, I can't believe it. I was one of them. And I just want to say to these guys that do what you have to do to get out. Because you know what? I mean, she was 110 pounds when we first met. And within 3 months of getting married, she gained over 50 pounds.
Of course she did.
Yeah. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, she went from a size 2 to squeezing into a size 10.
See, had you been listening to our show, you would know which dessert causes women to gain the most weight.
Tom, I'm pissed at people who haven't told me about you before that. I mean, you are a savior. You are unbelievable. I mean, I heard you for about 5 minutes, and I had to find out who you were. From that point on, I became a different person.
Now, do you know which dessert causes women to gain the most weight?
That depends. I mean, are they swallowing?
No. It's a dessert.
It depends. She ate every single one of them.
I understand, but do you know which one causes women to gain the most weight?
Which one, Tom?
Wedding cake.
Wedding cake. Oh, that's awesome. Anyway.
By the way, did she talk you into having children in those years you were together?
Oh, no. Actually, we had an agreement. We weren't going to have kids till she was about 30.
Oh, good.
And about 6 months in, she decided she wanted to stop working, which she became a manager and was making quite good money at her work. And she wanted to stop on the spot and have kids. And I said, we had an agreement at the age of 30 you're going to have kids. You're 27. I mean, you're 25 now, you know? And she just completely just lost it, gained weight, just completely just went over the edge.
Yep, that was the game plan. That, by the way, that is generally the game plan.
I really didn't think it was with her, but I was wrong. And all you guys out there who think there's somebody else, who think their woman is that perfect person, trust me, she appeared to be. I mean, she was, like I said, she never pushed 110 in her life.
Because they do whatever they have to do to sell you a bill of goods.
I know.
Ever bought a used car?
I'm sorry?
Ever bought a used car from a used car salesman?
Actually, yeah, I have.
Uh-huh. And that car looked pretty good when you first saw it there on the lot?
Actually, I bought it about 6 years ago. I'm driving it to this day.
Oh. So even a used car is better than an American woman.
Yeah, that's about it, Doc. You can take out Lindsay Lowenstyle.
Lindsay Lowenstyle. Haven't had that request for a while. Here you go. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. We're talking about an email from a listener named Sean, who's never heard me talk about the fact that guys get married in this country, and the minute they get married, the women drop the husbands to the bottom of the priority list. Behind getting fat, cutting their hair short, having children, taking care of the children. Husband is last. I'm like, I've been saying that forever. Nothing new here. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Ashley on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I'm in a really crazy situation. I'm young. I'm married. I've been married for 2 years. I have a baby girl. And
why'd you do that?
I ran into a guy I hooked up with a long
Wait a minute. How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Why did you do that?
Because I got kicked out of my house. I had nowhere to go.
That didn't mean you had to get married or have a child.
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Excuse me?
Why would being kicked out of the house mean you have to have a child?
I was being really stupid. I didn't want to give up my daughter. I didn't want to give up the baby, period.
Why did you get pregnant?
Because I opened my pants to a guy that I thought I was going to be in love with.
Ever heard of birth control, sweetheart?
Yes, and I guess I didn't take them for 6 months.
Well, what did you think was going to happen? You get a 6-month grace period?
No.
So your plan was to have a baby?
Yes.
Why did you want to do that?
To lock him in.
To lock him in. That's great. So it had nothing to do with the baby. It had to do with you trying to lock somebody into a relationship.
Yes.
Did anybody tell you that slavery was abolished in 1865?
No.
And that you can't lock anybody into anything they don't want to be locked into?
No.
Well, do you know that now?
Yes.
You've heard of the divorce rate being 50%?
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter if you have a baby or not. There's a lot of kids growing up without fathers.
Yeah.
You heard that, but you went ahead and trapped somebody into marriage anyway.
Yes.
So that you would have a place to live.
Basically, yeah.
Brilliant. And the college you attended, Bonham Young University?
No.
Yeah. Which college?
Cal State.
Cal State what?
Long Beach.
Cal State, Long Beach. Now you're studying to be, what, a beautician?
I wanted to go into business.
What kind of business?
A hair salon business.
How did I know?
I don't know.
Because being a beautician is the last refuge of an educational scoundrel.
Oh. Well, I just love cosmetics.
How did I know?
I don't know.
Because you girls are all the same. That's how I know.
Okay, and I also have something else to say. I moved out of the house.
You moved out of your husband's house?
Yes.
How old is he?
He is 25.
And the guy in the background is laughing. He's the guy who's boning you now on the side?
Did I have any guys boning me on the side?
Like that guy who's laughing in the background. He's probably the guy who's boning you now while you're separated from your husband?
No, he's not boning me, but he is giving me money.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something, sister. He's giving you money because his plan is to slide right in the minute you give him an opening.
I think that's what he wants to do.
I'm telling you that's what he's going to do. No man just gives you money for no reason.
Uh-huh.
And you're probably going to give in at some point because that's how you got married. You got married because you needed a place to live, and now that you're separated, you'll probably feel that's a good idea again, right?
Yeah.
There we go. So he'll bone you. He will get what he wants ultimately.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. So what was your question then?
What do I do? Do I bone him?
You're asking me?
Like, because, I love money. He has a lot of it.
So you're a whore?
Give it to me.
So you're a whore?
Yes, I guess. I guess that's how, if you can say it that way.
I just did.
I know.
That's what you are.
That's not a good thing.
So you will bone somebody in order to have another place to live?
No. I'm living on my own right now, but...
What do you mean living on your own? Who's paying for that?
Hard.
Yeah, your friend in the car there is paying for it.
No.
Who's paying for it?
My dad.
Your dad. What a sucker he is.
Yeah.
He should have told you to F off.
I'm just a confused young girl that doesn't know.
No, you're a stupid young girl who is lazy and tries to take the lazy way out every time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So eventually we're going to be seeing you down at the welfare office.
Mm-hmm.
That's after your friend in the car there bones you and then tosses you to the curb, which that's what's coming next, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows it. That's why he's laughing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She's already agreed to it, Tom.
There we go. A few $100 and you'll spread them for him.
Yep. I pay one bill, she gives it up. I get what I want, she gets what she wants.
Well, has she started giving it up yet?
Not yet, I haven't paid her bill yet.
Okay, but as soon as you pay the bill, she's putting out.
Oh, I think it's going to be put out, then I'll pay her bill.
I would, it'd be COD, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't ask me what COD stands for.
What?
Don't ask me what COD stands for.
Cash on delivery.
No, that's what some people think.
So, what do I do, divorce my husband?
Oh, well, you're so in love with him, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I really just love his sex.
You what?
I'm in love with him for his sex.
You're not in love. You're not in love with anybody.
I'm not?
No. You're in love with yourself. I don't even think you like yourself very much.
Really?
Yeah, and that poor kid having to live in this environment. Mother's a whore.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a second here, Ashley. Let me get Steve on while you mull that over. Steve, what do you want to say to Ashley?
This girl is the definition of evil, Tom.
women like her need to be locked up and their kids need to be taken away. I mean,
have you heard on the show, Steve? Let me ask you a question. Steve, have you heard on the program, women, you're such a misogynist. I can't believe the things you say about women. Isn't this what I always say about women?
They're evil, man. And women like this, young girls, little girls like this are the prime example of your show. I mean, you warn people to stay away from broads like this, and I thank you. Because this chick is evil. She's not lazy. I mean, it's just pure evil. I mean, who locks a guy into a relationship by having a kid? That's evil.
Lots of chicks do that.
I know, but it's evil. Women like this need to be locked away or just straight up shot.
You realize there are people who debate who should have custody of a kid based on whether they smoke cigarettes or what kind of school they're sending the kid to. But if you're 18 years old and you get knocked up to keep some dork in a relationship, that's a perfectly good living situation. CPS doesn't get involved in that at all. Jesus. Steve,
sounds like a great time.
Thank you for that, Steve. Edward, what did you want to say to Ashley here?
You know what? I hope this is like a hoax or whatever, because this is really boiling my freaking blood.
Watch your mouth. We're on the air.
I'm sorry. I'm just, oh, my God, dude. You know what? I've heard stories about this, but I've never really actually heard somebody call in and, like, say something about that, you know? And it's just got my blood boiling right now. I hope she ends up on a corner with her baby in her hand with nobody to come and aid her in any way, man. I just hope she rots in hell, dude.
Well, the guy who's laughing in the background, he's going to bone her and toss her like a used Kleenex when he's done.
You know, it almost sounds kind of fake because he's laughing, and I don't know if he's laughing because he's in denial or what's going on, but... I
think he's laughing because he feels like he's going to get away with something. He better use a condom, that's all I can say, because she's fertile and she's killed before, she'll kill again.
Jesus, man, I'm just... Woo! Whatever, man. Hey, Tom, you're the best, man. Hey, blow me up if you can.
Of course.
Keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you for that, Edward. 1-800-5800-TOM. Rico, what did you want to say here to Ashley? Let me get you on the air there, Rico. Go ahead.
You are prime and ready to go. Steve said that you should be shot. I'd like to shoot you. I'd like to shoot you on film with a couple of guys. We'll do some crazy things to you ain't never seen before, and you'll get paid a ton of dough. That kid will be set. You won't have to worry about banging nobody for money regularly. You'll be able to bang a bunch of people for guys, get paid on a regular basis.
So if you're going to be a whore, might as well go all the way, right, Ashley?
Yeah, might as well.
So you want to do porn videos?
I was thinking about it.
I'll bet you were. That's what the lazy, unmotivated chicks all do. If they're not going to study in beauty school, that's what they're doing.
What do you say?
I'm going to look at you first.
I don't know. I don't perform, but trust me, you'll have your choice. You'll have your pick.
Trust me, he says. I will keep that in mind there. Mike, what did you want to say to Ashley?
Hello, Dad.
Hello, son.
My heart stopped. I cannot believe this gal calls you up and tells, this is a perfect case study of what you've been telling us, what you've been suggesting to stay away from. I mean, if we taped this and just played it every day, we could walk across the United States leading this damn country.
All these moronic guys who call in here, oh, my girl's different, my girl's different. This is what it is.
God in heaven, thank you, Dad, for warning us and keep us. It just, I pulled over. I can't believe what the hell I just heard.
Son, thank you. I appreciate the call. Here's Eric. What did you want to say to Ashley?
Created to pique interest about proper water management.
All right. Avi, what did you want to say to Ashley?
Hey, Tom, enough about Ashley. I'm sure she's smoking hot, and I know exactly what this guy in the background is thinking about. But, hey, you got to save this guy. He's running down the wrong road.
I love you.
You love the caller?
Yes.
Yeah? And she'll bone you for $300 if you pay the light bill.
I bet she would. Unfortunately, you know, I listen to what you say, Tom, and I don't spend any more than $40.
Love it.
That's including the taxi ride home.
I love that.
Anyway, that's all I got to say. Blow me up, Tom.
There you go, Avi. So what do you think, Ashley?
just think, I don't know what to think, but can you just do me Kobe style?
You mean play a sound effect?
Yes.
I thought you were going to give me some hot towels or something. All right, here you go.
Oh. Oh.
This is about us. She's so special to me. Yeah, it beats in my heart. Yeah, the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Tom Leykis.
I'm from Mexico, and this is pretty much the best show I have ever heard in my life. My English is not that good, but with your show, I learned a lot of English.
Oh, so tell us some of the English phrases you learned here.
Thumbs up, bitch. Pretty much just phrases like that.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 97.1 Free FM. SoCal's FM talk station.
From Hollywood, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. It all started with our listener, Sean, who wrote to us all upset because he found out the hard way about the bait and switch that is marriage. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Boris on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. Just first-time caller. Love your show. It's very entertaining, but got to tell you, after looking at your picture, I got to tell you.
Oh, are you gay?
Say that again?
Are you gay?
Why, are you asking me out?
I'm just curious if you're getting on the Internet to look up my picture.
No.
Perhaps you heard something in my voice that suggested you might have an interest.
No, actually, my girlfriend showed me a picture, and after looking at your picture, I got to tell you how full of crap you are.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You want to know why?
I'm standing here with bated breath.
All right. First of all, your looks, you're always speaking on fat people. I mean, every time I listen to your show, you're talking about fat women, fat this, fat that.
Yeah, and you know why I talk about that? Because as a person with money, power, and fame, I can afford the best. I don't have to look at sweaty rolls of fat coming at me because I've got all the money and fame I need.
No. Don't
Yeah. Oh, yes. Absolutely. That's good. Glad to know you like it.
Say it again?
No, I'm not going to repeat. If you can't have a dialogue with me, I'm not here to repeat the same stuff over and over. But thank you so much. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Jake on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Listen, I'm in the Inland Empire. I hadn't talked to you for a while, and I'm honored to be back on the air. I live alone, and I was just cleaning out my toilet and scrubbing my bathtub because the thing got a little bit dirty there, and I was thinking, sometimes it just would be nice to have a female to do this for me. But I realized, listen to Ashley, I think her name was, and I thought, you know what, I wouldn't even have her over my dead body over here to do that for me. Because I'll tell you one thing right now. She'd have that chain around my neck and the ball, the crying baby, in the other room, and it would be the worst way to live my life. So I'll tell you what, I love living in a studio, single, on my own, having a good time. And that last caller, I'd like to kick his butt for you, too, personally.
By the way, I might add, for $150 a week, you can get a housekeeper. That's a lot cheaper than a chick.
You know what? I take pride in keeping my own place clean.
You know what? I do that, too, but I have someone come in and give the toilets a good scrub a couple of times a week.
Yeah, I hear you.
They've got that Del Taco deal. You got to keep the toilet scrubbed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, listen, I love you. You have a good day. Keep cool in there, and I'll talk to you soon, I hope.
Thank you so much. After you've been feeding the beast for a while, got to bring the toilet, Doug, here.